I think it's about time that we bring back the spin wheel here soon. That was always a good time for all my patrons. So we had what we got going on here? Yeah, we had whiskey shots. Not tonight. I'm just kind of gonna line this. So this will probably be on the next stream. We got whiskey shots and a pass and viewer drinks. And then I believe that is like 100,000 Shiba Inu. I'll have to look back on that. I'll make that a little larger where we can read it. But definitely need to get back into spinning this wheel so you guys can win some prizes. Uh, Working on the merch, trying to get the merch out. This is going to be fun. Cool stuff. What up, Charles? We get some cool merch out for Crypto Whiskey and the Discord and just Bitcoin and stuff in general. Be some pretty cool stuff. And I'm working on getting some like candlestick patterns and stuff printed up on some different things, different items, so you always have it available, like a mug and different things like that. Just it'll help you out, be functional, and make it a little fun to have. So that will be coming soon. Gonna pop over here and look at the DXY today. Look what she did. Headed back down. We had a little pop, I guess, early pre-market esque, but that daily candle, she's trying to get back down and double test this area. Is it going to be support? Is it going to break it? And if it breaks it, then we can expect it to go right down to this next level of about 104. That would be huge for a little rally in markets. But if we look at the DXY, this is the dollar for the people who don't know, against a basket of currencies. What it's done every time, here's the issue I have with that happening right now. It's going to have to happen for me to say, okay, it's time to change a bias, change a trend. Is two things. One, we have stair stepped up, and every time that we have broke a resistance, we have come back and tested it once, twice, three times, ran again, broke it. Once, twice, three times, ran again, broke it. Once, twice, three times. Once, twice, three times. Once, twice. Is this going to be the third time? Is it going to break and rip again and stocks get crushed for one more big nasty leg down? Maybe. I hope so. I'm really excited about that. The RSI is just plumb neutral on the daily. I mean, there ain't giving you shit there. The momentum down here on the MACD, it was about to start going bullish, but now it's just petering around with a little more negative MOMO. So we're kind of we're in an area. We got to see what it does over the next day or so to see is it going to test this and bounce again. Do we just break right through it and go straight down to 104? That would be an epic rally. Which here's my thing. A lot of times I'll look at stuff from a technical analysis point of view. It says one thing, all right? But here is where I'm going to get weird on you. Technical analysis says the probability lies that we test this 1094 as support again, and then we rip. Market conditions kind of give us that edge that that's going to happen. Doesn't mean it has to happen right now, but where I'm seeing something that's kind of confusing, concerning, and I kind of want to be a conspiracy type person is look where this 200-day moving average is at the 104.53 mark. It's where we need to test. So is it saying that over the next 2 to 3 days we could just plummet? Everybody's expecting big green days tomorrow with elections and blah, 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 blah. And I'll take a look at that later tonight and see if election days have anything to do with markets and what they typically do. But for that moving average to be at such a critical area that it has been support and resistance multiple times, that's pretty strong area. I'm wondering if that action magnet move, is going to pull it down to there. And we can still get a bounce and rip. This is consolidation. Conspiracy with me wants to go, oh yeah, we're going to fix to run hard. The market's green. Technical analysis me says, wait a minute. we're building negative momentum on the weekly. We're just going down to test it a second time on the weekly. Don't get excited yet, Pedro. I see negative momentum is dying off slowly on the 4 hour. The 1 hour, nothing. Nothing. We're trapped in this little trading channel. So, I mean, I don't know. You can't really be excited yet. It's just going to take another day or two to kind of see what's up, you know. But that's it. That's the dollar. We had a crazy rally on the Dow Jones today. But what did it do for us? What did it do? I mean, realistically, nothing. Nothing. I mean, we've been murdered so hard. There's just not a whole lot of positive sentiment that you can be like, oh, look at the Dow Jones. It's still making a 1, 2, 3 lower high. 1, 2, 3 lower high, even after that big bullish engulfing candle. And we are struggling to close full candle bodies on the weekly above the 200-day. We're getting above it, but still, we're not closing a full candle body on top of it to show us support. So you can't really claim it support yet. The weekly has been building this momentum. We've got a little divergence going on. It could rip up and touch that. Cool. I hope so. And then we get a little dumpy dump back down. Because you see, we popped above the 200, right back down. Rejected, and we broke through it, but it's still not even on the daily, not a full candle body close. While losing negative momentum, just coming off overbought. I cannot bet on upside for stocks right now. I just cannot do it. You got to go all the way down to the 4 hour to find the negative momentum trying to turn positive, and it's just not heavy enough to really want to turn me one way or another. You go to the 1 hour, we're already losing positive momentum, looking like a little double topish. So everybody who thinks that we're going to just have a bullish rally from here on out to the end of the year, I highly doubt it. Really don't think so. I wouldn't. That's not where I'd put my money if I had to just throw it out there and tell everybody where it's going. No. You got the NASDAQ. If you look at it, it's kind of been doing the same crappy stuff. It's getting rejected from a historic trend line. It didn't have enough strength to go test the top of this channel again at all on the weekly. Not positive. Our negative momentum, it's really just, it's flat. It's flat. So there's not a whole lot of edge to be trading the markets. And that's my thing. There's no point. You don't have to try and trade every day. You don't have to try and post trades for everybody. If you're a content creator, you don't have to post trades for every day. If you want to be smart, you wait till the trades come to you. You wait, you watch, you research, you look, you do your analysis. If there's not a trade to be had with the 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, or that just has everything pointing in the right directions, there's no need to take one just to be trading. You can go gamble online somewhere. So I may not post but one or two if I find a good one. And today, I found two that I think is going to play out over the next month. But I may not find any tomorrow. I don't have to take one. There's no need in it. This is your money. You're not gambling. You want to have an edge if you're going to risk it with any type of trade or investing. So don't think it has to be a daily. No, nobody. Very few people are going to turn around and quit their day job to make a full-time job out of trading. Very, very few. Very few. It takes years and years. 9, 10, 12, 14 years. It takes a long time to get to the point to where you're consistently profitable enough that you're making weekly money off of trades. And even then, it's a crapshoot. But you can make some good trades here on out that benefit your life, grow your wealth, and in time will make you a lot of money. But that's the NASDAQ. You look at the SP 500, it looks almost no difference. It's still kind of a partial rise. It's struggling to get anywhere it needs to be. It's just not doing nothing but making higher lows. It's making lower highs. We haven't seen a higher low yet either. So we're going to have to see that on a macro scale before I'm even considerably going to be bullish. We'll go look at everybody's favorite crypto and see what the Bitcoin is doing today. We'll check out the weekly and work our way down. The weekly is struggling. It is doing its best to hang on to this channel. And the reason I have this channel drawn, guys, you can look at the life. Look what it's been doing. Bitcoin has consistently tested the top and the bottom of this channel and even respected the heart line at times. And we're doing the same thing we always have. If you look back, last time it tested, it just bounced like a mofo, got up above the 200-day and went on a rampage. This is more likely the consistency of the market we're looking at. After slowly grinding down and consolidating along that line, we finally just eked our way above it, back down below. We fought with it for a while here, from June of 15 all the way through October, November of 15. We fought with it. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen here. What's up, OJ? With the market conditions going on, I think we're about to enter that phase where we're going to fight this trend line all the way up, grind, and we're going to fight this 200-day moving average until we finally get above it and get some kind of flipping market sentiment. But most of you, I know what you want to know. You want to, what's Bitcoin doing today? We don't care about the future. Shouldn't be how it is. Respecting this line awesomely. The daily, nothing spectacular. It's almost just a trading range. The 4 hour, we started building negative Momo again with a really nasty candle here to end the, you just about end the day. Yeah, we're about ending the day with this really terrible candle. It's kind of a big, nasty, bearish engulfing candle at an area that local area you don't really want to break down from. So we may come back down and test this. I'm saying we get back to that, very possible we hit that 19.5 again and see what happens. The 1 hour, nothing to write home about. You can't be excited at all. Everything's kind of blah. Even with this stupid 400-point Dow rally, there's nothing that's juicy. Nothing that juicy that makes me want to go, let's do it. Let's get on. Nothing. You can look out here at SHIB. It's just still doing what it's trying to do. It's trying to break out. Even Shiba Inu is having trouble closing a full body candle above the 200-day moving hours. BOXD stock. All right. Let me hit Doge real quick and then we'll look at yours, OJ. Dogecoin. It is broke out, but it is drifting down again. You can't say that it's doing what you want it to do right now. We did for a little while. We did exactly what we needed to do. Formed another channel, but this time we broke up. It was a fake out. We're trickling back down to levels that, to be completely honest, if Dogecoin doesn't hold this level right here at 11 cents, okay, if it doesn't hold it, y'all know where we're going. We're going right back down to 8.5 cents. Anywhere in the range of 8.5 cents to about 6.9 is fair game, and it only makes sense. Let's just see what it's going to do. We have to wait. And not helping that, look at this momentum on the MACD. We got so overbought on the RSI, it had to come back down. Now all that positive momentum is just dead. We're about to go negative. I would probably, if I was going to do anything, I would probably short all the dog themed coins over the next couple of days. Probably over the next week. Be careful, set your stop loss. Don't use an insane margin. 5 or 10%, that's fine. If you can swing that, you don't even have to do that. But let's just say crypto is probably a short. And I really feel like crypto is front running our traditional markets because it's the riskiest of risk on assets. So if you're anybody, if you're Wall Street or you're somebody and you're trying to keep your money in cash and get out of the risky assets, you're going to exit the riskiest assets first. Bitcoin being and crypto being insanely risky, backed by nothing. So they're probably going to exit them first. Therefore, front running traditional markets. That's my theory. I'm sticking to it. Let's look at OJ's request tonight. BOXD, say? Sir. Boxed ink. Let's check it out. Let's start at the higher time frames and work our way down. OJ, man, you always be coming at me with something that's just like died for the last year. All right, on the weekly. I mean, there's not a lot of information too because it's only been around since what on the charts February of 21. Not a lot of info to go with. Look, I mean, it's been oversold since June. I don't know what I can help with. See, when did it drop below $1? We dropped below $1 somewheres about September. You got to wonder, are they going to start getting their curtain call from the Federal Trade Commission that they've got to stay above $1 for 30 days or they'll get delisted? You got to wonder if that's coming next. You always got to worry about these under a penny stocks. How long have they been under a penny? Have they met the criteria for delisting or at least their first notice? That's never good. Then they have to do some shady trickery to be able to like reverse splits and stuff to get back above $1 for 30 days to stay listed. The fact that that's how the market works is kind of ridiculous. I think they should just cut all the losers like that, let them go, let them crash. But they have options. They might use them. Let's look at the daily. Let's see if we can make some kind of little shiesty trade out of this somehow, if we can find something with it. You hit just a retrace a level that somebody somewhere felt was worth buying. Oh, completely. I mean, we're not even back to the middle of the RSI yet. It's struggling. I think if you was to keep running, you might as well get ready to expect 69 cents to be a resistance. Let me outline some for you here, OJ. There's a resistance. Here's a insane resistance. There is probably one of your worst and more than likely somewhere in there. You've got to fight all that traffic, get above it and show us some kind of signs of life before I would feel like it was a go time. Or you can gamble, buy you a box of it right now, throw it to the side, hope for the best. Don't go heavy just because it is what it is. Well, we're coming up on earnings. When is earnings? Let me pull earnings up and see. November 9th. So, yeah, you've got earnings in a couple days. Maybe, I mean, you're gambling at this point. Maybe their earnings were good. Let's see. Last year, this time, they blew earnings out of the water. The fourth quarter, the very next quarter, they got wrecked. They were an embarrassment. They were awful. And then boom, they beat again, and then they were awful again. Very inconsistent. I'm not touching it. But if you like to gamble and you're just bored and you want to throw a couple bucks at it, hope for the best. Good luck. 4 hour, not helping you on anything at all other than being in the bullish control zone leading into earnings. Nothing. It's pure gamble, man. I can't even recommend people looking at it. I'm sorry. I'm a little tipsy already. It's one of those days, dude. It's one of those days. Y'all go buy you some Buffalo Trace if you're into whiskey. Go hunt you down some. It gives me peace. I live for it. I love a good glass. Start about 3:30. I hit that Buffalo Trace. I love it. Love it. Let's see what this piece of crap done right here. You know, I had some puts out on Tupperware to continue to crash. I bet we get some crazy news here soon that somebody's willing to come in and buy Tupperware. Um, Imagine 3M, Dow, somebody, whoever it is, DuPont, or I don't know who owns them or what it is. DuPont may be who they are now, but Tupperware is awful. It really is. And it seems to have somehow bounced off this little consolidation channel. I don't see it sticking. I think if you have the time and the patience on an option, you bet against it. It could always run up and close this gap. That's just a hell of a run, though. It's a hell of a run. After terrible earnings, I wouldn't bet on it just quite yet. I'm still going the other way that this was an oversold reaction rally. That's just a lot of, what kind of percentage is that? How bad did they get beaten that week? Let's see. We'll go from the bottom of that candle to that candle. I mean, you're 50%. You're freaking 50% down. I would expect people to think that's an area of value and buy. You know, it doesn't surprise me at all. Anybody else got anything else? Come on. We're 22 minutes into it. Give me something to work with, people. I've got a few more minutes to answer whatever and look at whatever, and then I'm going to be cheer dad and go to cheer practice, possibly teach these girls some cheers, because I'm amazing at that too. I will rah-rah-ree all day long. Look at MMAT, one of my calls doing perfectly. I love it. We have closed this... we had closed the weekly candle. We got a big bullish engulfing candle above the 200, but we did close daily candles above it. That is excellent. That is very excellent. We got a little overheated. We're going to pull back a little. That's fine. But still, my target, $3.99 max. But I think we're going to come up, and we just already did. We're testing the bottom of this range. I think you'll end up at this. This could still be a good place. Still have a lot of meat left on the bones. Worst case scenario, let's go worst case. Worst case, 278. I'm going to try not to get kicked out, Charles. I will try my best not to get kicked out. I can't promise anything. I will get crunk at some cheer practice, cheer game. All that's, I will go nuts. I will run up in there like Will Ferrell and take over. DraftKings. Let's check it out real quick. I'm stuck on a bad day. Got a bad day stuck on me. DraftKings is getting beaten down by the 200-day moving average. But on a brighter side of that, you're at a pretty heavy. Let's get rid of all the crap first. We don't need any of that anymore. Remove drawings. You had that little, could have been a bottom, double bottom. More so now, you're looking at it because there was a lot of buyers. A lot of buyers came in on the bottom of this candle and pushed it up with this huge wick, which happened to coincide with right there, that lowest candle close from March of 20. That's a good sign, because you see we start getting down back to this below $10 range. We're getting candles pushing us back up. Could be an area of value right here. We're showing a little negative momentum trying to build on the MACD, so I wouldn't jump in just quite yet. Let's see what happens with that. Same thing on the daily. You do have, instead of 3 highs and valleys, you got three falling peaks, or not 3 highs and methods. I have to go back a long time since the last bear market since we saw these. I think you're gonna need to wait it out just a second. I mean, if you're already in it, cool. You might. It depends on where you're in it. You can add to your position. But if you're gonna be looking to enter, I'm gonna need just a little bit more confirmation that we continue. On the 4 hour, we're kind of bouncing out of oversold. When we do that, we do kind of get a little chop, but ultimately get back up to the mid range. I think if I called it right now and said, yeah, it's an entry's fine, I think it would be just a little too premature. The 1 hour, the 1 hour is kind of predicted all this. It showed all that. Let's say it's yeah, because I mean it's down a little bit after hours. Closed at 1180. It's 1169. I would say in the morning if you can pick up DraftKings for anything below, if you can pick it up tomorrow anywhere near 1150, I'd be okay. I'd say 1156. That gives you that support area right there that it just created. I would be looking to maybe go long there and then hope that we get that turn we're looking for. All right, that's it. That's it. If we got any other questions, I think I'm going to make a couple videos as soon as I have time. I'm going to make a couple videos doing step by step on how to place an options trade, both directions. Everybody's hitting me up about it. We'll probably do one through Robinhood, and then we'll do one on E-Trade, maybe one on Webull. We'll go through all the platforms and try and walk step by step on how to place one and how to find your entries. You should just be in my Discord taking these entries from me and my other traders, and a lot of our communities throwing out some good stuff they're finding. one of our Discord members, Jock, he found a killer one with Eco Labs, and he smashed that out of the park today. So big props to him. And that's the way this community is. We're sharing that information with everybody. So you've got experienced traders leading the way, but then you have all these up and comers who are learning, who are paying attention, who are jumping in here, who's on the stream, who are getting after it, really investing in themselves. They're digging out some gems. So you have a whole community of 150 plus people that's out there sharing information, sharing trade setups, looking to help the entire community grow. You got to get in on it. If you're not, my Discord link is in the description. Guys, I want to thank y'all for being here. I'm about to get out of here, get dressed, and go rah-rah it up.